won't be long whatsoever, but I want to bring this up because this is important. Okay, it is important. Now, obviously, on the court chemistry is exceptionally important when it comes. I said important like 50 times, but it is. It's exceptionally important when it comes to being in tough situations, adversity on the court. But what's equally as important is how players interact off the court, right? And I absolutely love to see our guys get together with it and no. See, this one thing I'll bring up. Okay, I'm all over the place. This one thing I'll bring up. Back in the day, right, when Pop did this his whole career, but he would have guys hang out, right? And I don't want to say that it's forced, but on rodeo road trips, he makes sure you do everything together, no matter what. You got to do everything. We're gonna go bowl. We're gonna bowl together. We're gonna go out to eat. We're gonna go out to eat together, right? No matter what. But when the off season was over, and there's only a few guys that actually hang around and still chill with each other or whatnot. But what's most telling for me is to see what happens when there's no coaching interference whatsoever, right? When there's no franchise interference whatsoever. And I remember this. I remember we looked at party footage, or the guys were getting ready to go out clubbing, or I think they went out to a club. I don't remember. But it was like Derek White. It was who was all there, guys? All I remember is Derek White because I love Derek White. It was Keldon, Derek. Was Devin Vassell there? Hold on. I'm actually. Good gosh. I am unprofessional. Let me see if I can find it for you. I'll just find my own video. Just type in Clan the Spurs fan party. Party? Crap, a lot of watch parties came up. Yeah, I found it. All right, Zach Collins apparently. Hey, that's me. I look crazy. All right, let's see here. All right, so we just zoomed through. So like this was the Spurs off court, right? I'm pretty sure this was in the off season. Hold on, let me skip through a little bit. So this was like, I think this was Devin Vassell's crib. That's me. All right, so yeah, so you can see that's Devin Vassell. You can see Derek White there. Keldon, Jakob, Zach Collins. And they went out. That was Lindale. I think it was like a fight that broke out during this. It was crazy. Yeah, that was a fight right there. So yeah, they went to enjoy themselves, and this is literally no interference from the front office whatsoever. No interference from coaching saying, hey, we need to go do this, right? It was just players going to do that. So this stuff is very important, and I really do take that serious, how much you like each other, right? And obviously with the Spurs always having like foreign players, a lot of people go back home and, you know, you kind of get split in that way. But when they have a chance to spend time together, they are there. One thing that I brought up around this time was I thought it was very weird that DeJounte's never with the team ever. He's never with them. Off court, he's never with them ever. So maybe it's, you know, a little silly for me to make this, inference, but I did. I made the inference that he doesn't care for the team that much. I mean, as far as individuals, like friendship wise, like I just got that vibe. Like he didn't care as much to connect with them on that level, right? He was always just going back home. Now, with that being said, came across this, and this makes me very happy. So if you don't know who this is, his name is Steph Castle. He won some award this season. I don't really know what it was. But this was posted on TikTok, from his TikTok, I believe. So I can't play the music, but look at that. Look at them hanging out, being goofballs. And they are. That was lame. That was so lame. It was very lame. And I promise you guys, the music does not make it better. It doesn't make it any better. Okay, it is as lame as it's actually. I think the music actually makes it worse. But it's really good that we have these losers on our team, man. I love it. I love it. I'm joking. I love them. But yeah, so I just want to show you that because I think this is important, and players being able to connect off the court, it will help in the long run, right? And this is just so random, right? This isn't like the San Antonio Spurs posted this and, hey, let me ask you guys some quick questions and you have to answer it about each other or anything like that, right? No PR whatsoever. It's just two guys hanging out, loving each other's presence. And these are basically, outside of Wemby, our best defenders on the team. I would say Sochan is our second best defender behind Wemby. And then I would say Castle. But yeah, they're connecting, right? Clearly a Sochan idea, but look whose TikTok is on. So maybe it was Castle's idea. I don't know. I have no idea. He's always wearing that chain, by the way. Steph Castle, that is. He is always wearing it. He is crazy about that Castle. But yeah, Wesley up there for perimeter defense. Wesley is not as good as defender as Sochan or Castle. Like I would say Wemby's in a tier of his own. I would say I would say Jeremy Sochan's a better defender than Steph Castle, but they're kind of, we can say in similar tiers, right? And then I would say Blake Wesley is maybe a tier under that. He plays with a lot of tenacity, but I don't think he has the same amount of defensive discipline as these two have. Sochan is truly a good friend for the group. He's with everybody. Well, one thing that we said before we even drafted him, one reason I wanted him is because he's a connector, right? And connector doesn't just mean on the court. His personality is that as well. He's a connector. So, anyways, just wanted to show you this. That was great. I guess we did make this longer than it had to be, but I do want to drive home that I care about this. Trade Wesley for Giannis, 1-for-1 trade. It'll go through, trust. That won't even go through on 2K. I don't know. I just saw a comment. And if anybody knows, leave it in the comments whenever this video is uploaded outside of the chat. In the chat, chatters, you can leave something too. Chat-a-tat-tat, leave something, please. Someone said, have the Spurs already conducted draft workouts? Like, do we know who are they inviting at all? I have not heard anything, nor have I inquired about it. So I don't know. I'm assuming they have. One thing that worries me a little bit is Reno. I think he's not doing any draft workouts, and it seems like he's already been promised with the team. And since we know that he's probably not going to go as high as 14, I don't think the Spurs are the ones that promised it. So that worries me a little bit. I don't know. True. People often forget Kawhi was not a good offensive player coming into the league. I believe in Sochan's development. He's not going to be anywhere near Kawhi, but can develop into a solid role offensively. Yeah, I'm not one of those people like Patrick Beverley that believe that Sochan could be the next Kawhi. I won't go that far, but yeah, I agree with you. People get a little too obsessed with like, can you shoot a three your rookie season in the NBA? I don't think you need to worry about that too much. Like, I look at players and I'm like, hey, do they have good form? Hey, are they taking good shots? Are they willing to take those shots, take those risks? Sochan is one where his form sucked coming into the league. Absolutely sucked, but he was still willing to take those shots. And then you take somebody like Steph Castle where he has both, right? He's willing to take the shot and he also has good form. And then you take a look at Dylan Harper, who has, I think, even better form. And he's willing to take the shots. So we'll be all right. We'll be okay. Peak Kawhi is one of the best perimeter defenders in league history. 2017. Well, I don't know what you guys would consider peak Kawhi. Peak Kawhi for the Spurs, obviously, is 2017. That was crazy. Anyways, end segment.